Previously on Deadly Premonition.
Zach, we've found Arnold.
Nice.
Let's get him back to George. I guess it's a cute name for a dumbbell.
So, what exactly do you want to talk to everyone about?
This case goes deeper than you think. The townfolk may have heard about the murder, but they don't understand it. It's a very dangerous situation, and I need to warn them properly. I hope most of them are decent enough to come.
No problem there. Emily has made all the arrangements.
I've told everyone to gather around between 1500 and 1700.
Great. Reminds me of a film I saw recently. A town is under attack by aliens, and so the mayor calls all citizens to the town hall to warn them. However, seeing this, the aliens attack the hall and wipe them all out together.
Is that relevant, Agent York?
The way they kill is fantastic. They used a combination of balloons and meat sauce for exploding heads. Those aliens start firing their death rays and heads start popping, like splat. Really quite something.
Agent York, some of us are trying to eat here.
I know, Emily, I'm one of them. Well, anyway, your cooking is the best, Thomas. Thank you.
No problem.
I don't know what he's
George,
doing.
I found Arnold.
Really?
He was a bit hard-headed, but I got him to come back.
Oh, Arnold. Well done, Agent Morgan. Now I can work out using my normal workout menu.
Good to
Hey.
hear that.
Maybe George will like
Here's a
me now.
little something to show you my appreciation.
Oh boy. Hey everyone, Necrovari is back with another episode of Deadly Premonition Director's Cut. If you remember in the last episode, we had some walking around towns to do, some hanging out. And I gotta say, number one, I'm really sorry. I recorded a bunch before this, and the game crashed. And it's a crash that corrupted the video that I made, and I saved here during the video, and I can't get it back. So let me try to recap what I did. Essentially, we just got out of the diner, and we had a key flag? No, it's not key flag. I need the side missions. Let's go to the map. Side missions. We went back to the milk barn, and we did number 18 first. Lily gave us some part-time work. Essentially, we were pushing boxes, nothing amazing. Lily Ingram, the milk barn is the only place to open when there's nice. We got a discount card for that, so it gives us a little bit of a discount. And then we talked to Keith Ingram about Cope's Tunnel. It's marked a suspicious map purchase from Keith at the milk barn. It's supposed to be some weird stuff going there. Essentially, what happened was, just to recap it, because unfortunately it didn't get recorded, it was a logging community. That tunnel was the only way in and out. People who liked, essentially tree huggers as you call them, started protesting the tunnel, and during that time there was a logger and a tree hugger who got engaged. They had a lover's quarrel, and he went to work, whatever. He's coming back from work, ran into her on accident, and didn't realize it was her. She was protesting. It killed her, and then he was never heard of again. Therefore, it's called Cope's Tunnel, also known as Corpse Tunnel. It's on the map. But we are here at, as you can see, the Greenville Community Center, Mercury Theater. We're going to try to get in there again, because every time I go in there it crashes, and we're going to see if this works or not. I did a couple of fixes, compatibility mode and whatnot, so we're going to try this. What we have to do first is I did buy some cigarettes. We're going to smoke some cigarettes. Children, don't do this. We're going to smoke some cigarettes to help pass the time, and that should do it. If you look on there, we smoked a cigarette, and the time in the back goes crazy. We're waiting for 3 o'clock. Right there, on the dot. Beautiful. And we are here at the Greenville Community Center. Let's go inside.
Greenville Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too. Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. I was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you, all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan, from the Federal Bureau of Investigations, wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please, guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the Raincoat Killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims. Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister. Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Well, that was short. Oh, what is this? What is Harry doing? Oh, don't tell me he's causing trouble.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt.
Sins.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Yes, he does.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Oh, good. We can interview some people. We don't need to interview George, and we don't need to interview Thomas. How do we get off this bloody stage? We don't need to interview Emily. Oh, I'm on the other
Quite a
side of the stage now.
performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Well, that was interesting to say the least. Let's see who else we can talk to. Anyone? No relation to the case, I figure. Is there anybody else in here? These are just town folk. There are, okay, so it says suspect. Wait, what is this? Is this coffee? We need coffee. Sweet, we got black coffee. Now, it says that there are suspects over here. I think that might have been Harry. Let's open that up real quick. Because there's nobody in here else to interview. Everybody else is just sheep in here. Who is this guy? Who are you?
Good evening, Agent.
Brian the Insomniac. Gravekeeper. Oh, okay, well, he's got...
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the Gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm. Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Well, we see some clues and guidelines, I guess. So that was Brian the Insomniac. Good to know. Good to know. There's another suspect. Who are you? Q.
I'm
Hey there.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Cowboy.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Quint Dunn, Darts bar employee.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself, Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Well, that was good. What about this other suspect? What's his name? He's got a dart.
You're York, right? I'm Richard
Or-
Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
Richard Dunn. Hey.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep.
I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. She always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey,
Snap.
don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Okay, so 2 suspects there. Let's go around and see if there's anybody else out here we can interview. That would be useful. There's Usha, Fiona, the nurse, so those are from the hospital. I don't know who this person is. Who are you? Looks like an army soldier of some sort.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
The general.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Ooh, we have a lead.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
Yes,
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
That's staff sergeant, like 3rd class or something like that. I didn't get a good look at the insignia. Or is it Sergeant 3rd? I don't know. Who's this guy? Suspect. Who's this guy? He's wearing camo pants. No, he's not. Those are snakeskin. Or the alligator. One of the two.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear.
Hey!
People around here call me the gunsmith. Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Okay. Here's what I got. Oh, is he gonna sell me stuff? Oh, hell yeah. That's totes what I need. Can't carry any more of these. Okay, so I have a ton of these, I guess. I don't know why he's selling that. I have this already, though, don't I? Yeah, okay. Let's finish it. I don't need him anymore. Guns are just tools for killing people. I don't like it any more than you do.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Well, it's a late night shop, so I have something to do at night. Good. Okay, so we know these two, Keith and Lily. There's Granny Polly, whatever her name is. Who's this? What is that you're holding?
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Roaming Sigourney, named the pot lady. I don't get it.
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... Who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney!
Weaver?
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake.
Yeah, she does.
Amazing.
Well, Sigourney isn't doing anything. There's Jim. There's Gina. There's this guy. Who are you?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
Okay. Jack the Raging Bull. He's the gasoline stand owner.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too good. Let's talk to Gina, his main squeeze. What's up, girl?
Hello again, Agent York. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any information that could help me out?
Information? Sounds difficult and not my kind of conversation. Anyways, you should come by the gas stand again. I'll give you the best service in town.
So many sexual
Zach,
innuendos.
perhaps you can tell me. Why did she bother coming here?
Show off her boobs. I mean, we're all saying it. I mean, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. Let's see where these people. We have Olivia and I'm assuming her husband? Who's this? Nice nut shot.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Oh, U.S.
I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Nick Cormack, diner owner.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
His anger issues. I sense it. Is that everybody? Is there anybody down here? Let's take a look. We want to meet as many suspects as possible in here. Carol. I don't know who that is, but what's this in here? Oh, good. Cigarettes. Just what I need. Pass the time. Oh, Carol's the late one. She's Thomas's sister. Let's talk to her. Well, hello there.
Anna was an airhead.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
That's not creepy at all.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
Don't take that agent honor. I gotta get that. Don't touch it. Okay, good. Well, she's clearly upset about what happened. So we're gonna grab this. And we're gonna follow her and see where it goes. Oh, it goes back to the 2K guys. Okay. I don't know where the other guy went. I think that's everyone. I think that's everybody that we need to interview. Right? Asha... Okay. Let's head back inside here real quick. and we'll talk to George and Emily real quick and see if they have anything to add to it, as well as Thomas. Because Thomas has some sweet muffins or biscuits or whatever the hell they are. Talk to Emily real quick.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. That made sense. Let's talk to Thomas real quick. What's up, dude?
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Dude, grow up hair, come on.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Okay. If it's gonna help you any.
Oh, please don't be Thomas.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Oh, it's
Did
gotta
it
be
tell
Gina.
you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
It's gotta be Gina.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
Little innocent Thomas has a tattoo. Wow. Let's talk to George real quick. Oh, maybe he loves George instead. Oh, I don't know.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Oh, I did it, trust me. So it could be Love Gina or Love George, one of the two. I don't think I know anybody else with it. Or the General, it could be the General. Oh, Thomas loves the General. Don't tell anyone though. Let's talk to Emily. We're done here. I think we're done here. Maybe not. Did I not get everybody? Let's pull a map up real quick. Thought I got everybody. Emily, we got those two. We got George and Thomas. That looks good. Lily, Keith, Fiona, Freckles. Wesley the Gunsmith. Yeah, we got everybody, I think. Polly Oxford, Jim Green. We're gonna go save real quick out there, actually, because of what happened last time. We'll save and then we'll come back. What was that noise? Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise? Why do I have my guns out? I don't like this. Let's go talk to Usha and them real quick. I've talked to them already, but I want to talk to them again.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day. But I do.
He's doing autopsies.
He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man.
Go on.
He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it.
He's a nerd.
That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
So to Usher real quick.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usher, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too.
I already visited her, though.
But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Fine, I guess. Should I talk to anybody else here? There are people that I've seen here before that I did not talk to, like Olivia and Nick. I've talked to Olivia, I think, already. We're gonna talk to her again, though.
Can you tell me if you noticed anything strange about Anna before the incident?
Well, I'm not sure if this will be of any help, but...
Anything, no matter how small, could be of help.
Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained, and came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Interesting fact there. So maybe interviewing people I know gives me more information of the situation. Let's talk
Hey, Lily.
here.
Agent York, your speech frightens some of us a little. You should work on being more sensitive with words when talking to groups.
Really? I tried my best to be gentle. So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Just Becky, really. She works part-time at the store. She's been acting strange recently.
Strange. How?
I took the boys along to visit her house today. I was just worried, because she hasn't come into work at all after that incident. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
What was that, Becky? I wasn't paying attention.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Yes, we should. Now let's talk to Keith, even though he's an idiot.
Hey, York, you were rocking it large up there.
Yeah,
Was I?
man. Oh, man.
I haven't been on stage like that since elementary school.
You made me think, man, things can't go on like this. We need, some action or something. I was pretty psyched up, before you got on stage. I was like, dude, a real psycho in town. Pretty sweet gig. But now, dude, that lunatic could be any one of us, man. I don't want to think of that whack job coming after my family. Makes me shudder all over, man. It was way too heavy. You'll catch him, right, FBI?
Of course. But you need to be able to take care of those you love, too.
You're right, man. Right on the level. I need to do what's right for my family, man. You lit my soul, man. Thanks, FBI.
Oh, God. I think we have one other person to talk to, and that's Polly. We're going to give her a quick talk to.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, No, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready.
Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Oh, she moves fast.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
She is Polly. I mean, what are you gonna do? I think that rounds everybody up here. Oh, I was clicking the wrong button. We're gonna save one more time here. We still have to talk to Jim, I think. Crap. I don't want to talk to Jim. He's fine. Let's save real quick. And we'll talk to Jim. You know what? Let's talk to him anyway.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
It's not even a big scar. What is everybody getting all bent out of shape? Uh-oh. What is that?
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Okay, sounds good. We've interviewed everybody, so everybody's free to go. Not the weapons dealer. Wait, is Jim gonna leave? Okay, Jim's leaving too. Oh, Gina. Ooh. Alright, Greenville inhabitants. Total time cleared. Nice. Number of days. Total enemies defeated. Number of continues. 3. $260. I get paid a lot for this job.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then. Let's do that.
We're gonna peek.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner?
Hell yeah.
That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think?
Totally. Let's go, man.
We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner. Or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Dude, let's go eat with them. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Okay, back to the investigation. And we are going to end that episode here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying this episode. I hope you're enjoying this series. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.